The youth, I address you first. Let me repeat that I hear you loud and clear. What do I say? Loud and clear. Whatever the cause, we are going to chart the path together. We are going to embark on this journey together, united. No one is too small to be creative. Inshallah, we will work together. We pay attention, undivided attention to your education. We will be creative. Credit will be available. Education loan will be available. 4 years course will be 4 years course. No more strike. Your universities will have their autonomy to be able to upgrade your syllabuses and be creative. No more selling of handouts. They must be authors. They must write and create for the nation. I know where it pains. And believe me, you will see the reward of your election. Thank you very, very much. God bless you.
Nigeria good, what's the fight for Germany? You know the tire owner. You know the tire owner. You know the tire owner. You know the tire owner.
There was nothing in the BVAS that was wrong. Why did I say so? You had 3 elections on the same day, 25th of February. The Senate, the House of Representatives, and the presidential election. How come the BVAS worked very well during accreditation? How come it worked well in the Senate? How come it worked well in the House of Representatives? And then in the presidency, you say BVAS, there was a glitch. The same machine conducting 3 results, 3 elections. No, there was no glitch. What you had was deliberate, willful manipulation of the BVAS by the INEC officials, to declare Bola Tinubu the president.
It will be because we know we can do it. We know we have the capacity to get it done, whatever they throw at us. And I will tell you something. This election, we did amazing. We won. We won the election. But yet, there are people who want to steal the mandate. They can't steal our mandate. And you know, let me tell you something. Did you notice something? That even though they have so-called been declared winner, the joy is not there. Because they know they stole, and they stole badly. They stole and they left a lot of evidence. They stole and they didn't do it with finesse. So all the evidences are out there. And so don't be worried. Don't get depressed. Don't get this. No. The most important thing we were supposed to do that people said was impossible was for people to key into the dream. And a lot of Nigerians did that. Some people who have never voted in their 60s came out and they voted for Mr. Peter Gregory Obi. Young people who have never bothered to get their PVCs, who have never focused on the electoral process, they came out, they focused, they voted, they defended their votes, and they ensured their votes went. Yes, INEC did its thing, right? But you know what? They forgot that there's something There's a server out there that shows every of those units. And so, who will get our mandate back? Do not be disappointed. Do not despair. Do not be angry. What we will do is to focus. They say focus, they say, is follow one course until successful. And so what we are going to do is follow this course that we are on. March 11th, remember, there's going to be gubernatorial election and also House of Assembly election. We are going to focus on that also. We are going to ensure that we win also. This one, we know where we are going to. We are going to get our mandate back. What must never happen is for you to be disappointed and stay at home and not come out, and then they can just get a win without them trying to rig. No, we must ensure we win. And this time, we will take all the precaution to ensure that our mandate is not stolen. In the meantime, the stolen mandate, we will get it back. We will use the ambit of the law. And a lot of people are already saying, oh, you know Supreme Court, forget about it. You know the judiciary. The citizens of Nigeria have never focused on the judiciary. This is the time for every one of us to focus on it. And let me tell you, we are all going to be witnesses. I delivered my polling unit. And Mr. Peter Gregory will be one. We will go there and we'll tell them that they did. Victory is ours. Raise up your chin. Be happy. You did the impossible. You removed the I am and made it possible. The next thing we are going to do is to get our mandate back. And we will get our mandate back.
Okay, 3 servers, okay.
Yeah. The first one is where they host the website. The second one is where the BVAS data is stored.
Okay.
The third one is the intermediary, is the link between when you collect data and you want to upload to the website. That's the third servers. Now, this is what happened. They switched off the 2 servers, the BVAS server and the intermediary server. They switched it off. Now, once they switched it off, because I thought they logged me out of the system because I was like, great hacker that.
How did you know this though?
Because I can hack the system.
Okay.
I'm a software engineer. It's literally not that hard.
Okay.
So I thought that there was actually someone better than me, because initially, truth be told, a PC came to me and told me, can I help them to win the election on the BVAS? And I told them I was not interested.
Okay.
So and I suspected they were going to get someone else. And there's one more person that I could suspect that he's also on my level that could do it, but he told me that he's not interested. So he didn't do it. Okay. So I now thought that they found someone else. So I was monitoring the servers. You cannot connect to something that is offline. So Definitely. When I found out they switched on the server, I now realized that okay, they switched on the server, but what is going on? Then I inspected the space. It turns out that the space is being consumed without any data being imputed online. So that means someone is manually imputing data.
Imputing the data, yeah.
Yeah. Now it's just like buying data, yes. And you left your phone in the house and you have roommates and you have not touched the phone, but you just realize that your 16 gig has finished. So that means someone used it,
yes,
or empty and store your data. That's literally what happened. That is literally how they rigged your elections.
Wow. How do we prove now that they hacked into the system? They did not hack anything. Like I said, INEC does not need to hack it when they have the logins to the servers. There's no point. It's just like saying you need to break into your house when you have the keys. This is literally what they did. If you want to just ask them, I need the data bank logs for the servers, that they should provide it. And if it will basically view a packet of data, if it will be empty, because if the packet of data does not match the amount of traffic that is meant to have via an election, that means it was rigged. Which means if you're watching the results going on now, which means that's a huge reasons why they did not want to publish the one that was uploaded onto the system.
Yes. And there's enough evidence in PDP videos and everything. See, Labour Party has the videos to prove it.
Number of people who were being uploaded and the number of political parties who were being uploaded for the presidential election could easily, possibly, not probably, but possibly, could have overwhelmed the system.
Good. INEC knew the number of voters. INEC knew their system. And the funny thing is that in the presidential election, you have only one constituency. Between the Senate and the House of Reps, you have about 469 constituencies. And in 469 constituencies, no glitch. He was going. That ought to crash more. Each constituency has its own 18 times 18 by 469. That ought to crash more. It did not crash. Nothing happened to it. In the presidency, one constituency. And they are telling you glitch. And they did not tell you the glitch before they started. And they said they tested. They did a mock examination.
Yeah, but with a limited...
They commenced. That's what I'm saying. That's sample.
With a limited number of...
That sample
is
allowed. And it worked. And they already knew their capacity. It's not as something that on that day was when they realized the number of voters. They already knew. And then they did not tell us that there was a glitch.
Right.
Until, do you know that after 48 hours, it was only one state that was announced within 48 hours. No BVAS, no accredited voters, no as in transmission. You didn't tell us there was a glitch. It was when Nigerians started shouting. They said there was a glitch. Meanwhile, that there was a glitch is not an excuse. In law, when you want to defend yourself, general traverse is not a defense at all.
Right. Okay. Let me ask you
this. It has to be specific. Yeah. It has to be mentioned.
Right.
In which polling unit was there a glitch?
Right.
Throughout Nigeria, not one polling unit sent any result electronically to their server. Throughout the whole Nigeria, not one polling unit. There was no election. I put it to them.
Okay, well, you've made that point and you've made it stridently. But what I need to ask you is this. If or when this ends up in court and gets into the process of being decided by the courts,
yes,
can you and Nigerians trust that it'll be a fair, independent process? Do you have faith in the judiciary when it comes to election suits?
Sadly, no. Sadly. And why am I saying that? Because they can give you Machina treatment. Bashiru Machina. Bashiru Machina, an innocent poor Muslim, trusting in his party, APC. Trusting the untrustable. He went for his primary, used his meager resources, contested. When he was contesting, Ahmed Lawan was contesting for the presidency. In front of everybody, Koro Koro. After that, APC said, Lawan is their nominee. Koro Koro. And when they went to court, Ahmed Lawan stopped at Court of Appeal and said he will not appeal. And their party, political party, went to appeal. And yet they gave order in favor of the Ahmed Lawan. Knowing that they cannot give order positively, they now relied on technicality. Meanwhile, justice, the present principle of law by the Supreme Court, is that you cannot terminate justice on the altar of sheer technicality. That is the position of the law. That Supreme Court denied the poor Bashiru Machina his nomination based on they would have used writ of summons instead of originating summons. Meanwhile, in the practice direction, they say you should use originating summon. Meaning, because they want to snatch it from him, even if you had used writ of summon, they said no, in the practice direction, you ought to use originating summon. But Machina said this is open robbery. And you know what? Unfortunately, I agree with him. So, whether I have my doubts, oh yes, because you can deliver judgment without delivering justice.
Incredible.
So what they are doing is delivering judgment, not delivering justice. So when I have my doubts, Boko,
okay,
plenty.
All right. Two quick things and very quickly. Okay. Can you define this relationship between Labour Party and PDP that we're beginning to see in the aftermath of this election? And secondly, the president-elect, Bola Tinubu, because he has been, he has been given certificate of return by INEC, identifying him as Nigeria's next president. He has given 2 speeches today. And in those 2 speeches, they were reconciliatory, most people would say, extending the olive branch. In fact, mentioning political parties that were in the race with him, including the Labour Party, when he said the obedient. Are you saying you're not going to be extending your hand to receive that olive branch because you've gone to court? Are you considering it as a party?
What I am saying is that let him give us our mandate. We will do a better reconciliatory speech and thank him very well for giving us our mandate, and God will bless him. That's what we want him to do. Saying whether I will accept, I didn't even listen to it. I said there was no election. How can I be approbating and reprobating?
What's the relationship between Labour Party and PDP? Very quickly.
There is no relationship.
Okay.
What you have, when you, in that collation, you saw many agents there. Are they related? Because they are sitting together. No,
you have joint press.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
We had joint press conference because both of us are plaintiffs in this case. Does not mean we are relating.
Okay.
We have joint interests we want to address.
All right.
So there is no relationship.
Right. Kenneth, I want to thank you very much indeed. And before you go, let me make the point that we were supposed to have someone. We extended an invitation to the ruling APC party. They confirmed they were going to give us a guest. And then just 15 minutes before they were due to go on air, they said to us that the guest will no longer be available. So let's just be clear on that. Kenneth, I want to thank you very much indeed. And Kenneth Okonkwo is a Nollywood star, lawyer and spokesperson for the Labour Party's Presidential Campaign Council. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please, I just want to make one comment. I don't want anybody to address me by any title again in Nigeria. Nobody in Nigeria today is honorable enough to bear any title. Worst of it, if you call me chief, because it sounds like thief. So please, I don't want, don't know doctor,
okay,
no nothing.
We'll keep that in mind.
You only add minister because to know that I'm a man, especially in this modern time when people don't
okay,
know
let's go. Thank you so much,
indeed.
Mr. Kenneth Okonkwo.
Our destiny as a people and a nation depend on our ability to share the artificial restrictions of bias and prejudice so that we live fully onto our democratic creed, that no one is innately superior or entitled to greater rights and opportunities than any other Nigerian. Very soon, this nation shall witness a young person standing before you, holding this great symbol of democracy and national leadership. We shall see a woman standing before you, holding this certificate as its owner. We shall experience someone from a tribe that many people have tried to dismiss as somehow beginning to disqualify. For this high office, by dint of hard work, determination and unyielding belief in a noble endeavor, you can achieve the best of things. There are young people listening to me right now who shall one day be the leaders of our precious and exceptional democratic republic. Thus, by taking this certificate, I assume a sacred duty I shall never ignore. To you, the people, especially the youth, I will work day and night. I will work to the utmost best of my ability to make Nigeria better. For this to be a victory at all, it cannot simply be a victory for one man or even one party. It must become a victory for all Nigerians who are committed to a greater society. I know many did not vote for me. and you are disappointed that your candidate is not where I stand now.
Greatest Nigeria youth. Smile now, I beg, smile. Because we have a lot to smile about, and I'll tell you some of them. Never again in Nigeria will anyone undermine the influence of the Nigerian youths. Because never again in this country will anyone underestimate the power that the young people have. That is what happened. The power that the people have was hugely underestimated, all in the name of the structure they somewhere, all in the name of, oh, now some people get that power. No. If there's anything this time has taught us, it is that the power belongs to you and it belongs to me, it belongs to us. The power belongs to the people. Nigerian youths have come out and we have demystified their structure. We have started what we cannot finish, but we must finish it. Nigerian youth, you have started something greater than even you yourselves. Something that can deliver us from now and for generations to come. Please, don't be demoralized. Oh yes, because I know a lot of people are. While some other people are happy. That is very fine. That is the beauty of democracy. I've said it times without number. That everybody has the right to support whoever it is that they want to support. But we are gradually getting to a place, we are gradually getting to the time where only the sheer will of the people will prevail. So please, I want to beg you, calm down. Don't give up. Don't lose hope. Now that lose hope they want. So that you go there, you go just, oh, nothing can ever work. No, it don't work. If nothing can ever work, this momentum where we even gather, it not go possible. Oh yes. When the election they hot, one politician he come, he say, who are the youths? They can vote whoever it is that they want to vote for now. And the youths came out and they did vote. Oh no, not only the youths, the people came out. Everybody came out. Everybody vote for who he wants. But at the end of the day, we can see, we all can see that the youths have that power. That we young people have that power. We get the numbers now. Come on. We get the numbers. So it is that unity that we must keep. I beg, they are trying to divide us. It's too much. Oh, you strike. Why we say normally before election, all of us, they live in peace, they live in harmony. We they do our things, buy from my Igbo brother, patronize my Hausa sister, play with one another, marry one another, talk to one another, do business with one another. Only during election, they try to remind you that you are not from the same place. They remind you are not from the same place, but they want to rule you together. They are not saying go this way, go that way, go this way. They are using that as a tool, but still they want to have control of everywhere. So please, don't let them divide us. Please, I beg you. Anybody that is telling you now, maybe as a Yoruba man that is telling you, go and attack your Igbo brother outside. Oh, election on, we want to show some people pepper. Or my Igbo brothers, they are telling you go and attack Yoruba somewhere, outside, anywhere, any other ethnic group in the country, and they are telling you to divide yourself, go and be fighting one another. Please don't. Even any of the politicians that is aggrieved now, maybe you want to go court or you know win. At the end of the day, him no go come out to join you, go break person house or to go kill another person. No politician will send their children to go and cause chaos in a state where they live in. No. Don't let nobody should cause war among us. Nobody is not now. So because some people are making some kind of statements, saying some things, trying to stoke up ethnic hate, bigotry. They want us to start fighting ourselves so that they can say, oh, you see now, they don't even. No. Now is the time to be united. Because you have seen what our small, even the small unity, we not gather fully. But the small one where we try and gather, you see what you do. So please, do not be discouraged. We have started this journey. And together, we must build the momentum. Please, a lot of demoralizing messages here and there. No. To be honest, I know how some people must feel. But it is democracy. And we know we are not happy with the way INEC conducted elections in some certain areas. That's the truth. Nobody can deny. But the president-elect has been announced. Oh, yes. Why not? Any aggrieved candidate will go to court. Don't let anybody use you. The Nigerian youths must remain as one. Nigerian youths must remain as one. Please, I beg you. We have started something bigger than every one of us. Everyone, and they see now the power of the youth. They see now the power of the internet. And now they said it was only 4 people tweeting in a room. See 4 people tweeting. See the result of 4 people tweeting in a room now. Oh, they said no structure. They don't even have Senate. No federal rep. Nothing. Some people don't come out now for that same Senate, that same federal rep. When we say they win. So that is the only thing I want you to take out of this, is that you are the structure. The people, now anything when you hear about structure, now the people, they bear structure. So please, I beg you, please, let us stay as one. Now is the time to even unite. Now is the time to have one voice together. Do not die for politicians. Don't let any politician use you as a tool. That is all. They are friends. We know they are friends. The youth can have their choice, or majority of people can have their choice, but politicians will be politicians. And while we are trying to build trust for politicians, we must remain united, because only then can we say, oh, now we bring you in, oh yeah, you don't do well, get out. Only when they see that we are united, that is when we can be making decisions like that. So they know. Then they too, they will sit up. They say, if we don't do well, these people go chase us. So please, I beg you. Please, I beg you. We have been in 1 or 2 meetings. And please, again, very important to state that neither me nor my brother Fowles or any other celebrity or any other, I don't know, some others can claim leadership. We have never claimed leadership. We are youths like yourself who just want the growth and development of our country, Nigeria. And we have been in some meetings. Gubernatorial elections is coming up. And I know some of my dear youths will say, why should we come out again to vote? Look at what they have done. Some people are angry about results. Let aggrieved candidates take their cases to court. Let the youths remain focused. It is a long-term goal. And yes, 1 or 2 fights, but let us understand ourselves. 1 or 2 fights, say, oh no, now, shade, now like that we go look. No, calm down, everybody. Let us hear ourselves. Let us stand together. We cannot be used as instruments for politicians. No. So I am calling INEC out again. Conduct is not fair. You saw all our grievances. You saw us post videos. You saw where we were harassed. You saw where we were being intimidated. You saw where INEC staff did not come out on time. You saw where they didn't upload to BVAS. Different things happened. And anyone aggrieved, we go to court. I keep saying that. But while we are trying to gather ourselves again and say we still want to have strength to come out to vote for our governors or the state house of assembly, those that will represent us, we need to be assured. You cannot claim that you have not seen what has happened. Shibi, now you have seen what has happened. So the duty rests on your shoulder now to ensure that there is no repeat of these irregularities across the states. The Nigerian police force, you have to assure us that you will take responsibility. We will be protected. Nobody will come and say, oh, now you control one area and say you cannot vote for this, you cannot vote for that. I want to snatch ballot boxes. No, you have seen these things. So now you should begin to take necessary steps, necessary measures to prevent them. Nigerian youths, I'm begging you. I don't talk too much, but I'm begging. Don't give up. You've started something greater than every one of us. All of us. What we are doing is greater than us. And that is the demystification of this invisible structure they keep talking about. We have seen now that we are the structure. That is what we need to keep going. So that they too realize now, it don't declare for their eye, but we must stamp it that we are the structure and that the will of the people must always prevail. Namaste. Smile, smile.